Hello, welcome into this mystery reading. I'm Molly, the QuantumLeapQueen. Thanks for joining me on this reading. These readings are a timeless resource for you to come utilize whenever you need some extra nourishment in your life. So if you found this reading today, trust that there is a message here for you. I'm setting the intention, as always, to give you the best messages that you need to hear today. And I am starting with the Rainbow Tarot. So let's take a look and see what we're talking about today. I have the Seven of Pentacles and I have the Five of Cups. Okay. The Eight of Pentacles. I'm a bit getting there was something you poured a lot of heart and energy into. A lot of effort you put into something. It could have been a relationship. And with the Five of Cups, it's telling me it didn't give you the fruits of your labor. You were really wanting to, and you really did put in a lot of energy, effort into building this garden, into this relationship or into whatever situation this is. But it didn't give you that satisfaction in return, or the fruits did not bear, and it was very discouraging for you and disheartening, and truly there was a lot of heartbreak from giving so much and then not receiving back. That's what I get. You're definitely a person that isn't afraid of work. I have the Eight of Pentacles on the top of the deck. But I think you're learning about where to put your work ethic. Your work ethic. Because I have the Devil, and that is, we're talking about Saturn energy, we're talking about Capricorn energy, the past energy. And it is you're learning, like, at this point, where to best put your energy and effort. Because what you have to give is something special. Not everyone has the work ethic you do, or like the commitment, the ability to look at the long term. That's definitely Saturn. That's definitely Capricorn. You're just not afraid to do it. And that's what I think you value most, is like the things that you can build over the long term. But you're learning where to put that. Because you don't want to just give that away, as you've learned, willy-nilly to someone or something that doesn't honor the amount of work that you're putting into it. Okay. So let me ask advice for you at this time. I have Death. With Death, it's saying, let everything fall. Have zero expectations on things. Don't be afraid to leave things, immediately if they don't align with you. You don't need to stick around and try to force things to work when they don't. I have the Queen of Cups, nice. The Queen of Cups and the Ten of Cups, nice. Know how much you have to give. You really need to acknowledge this within yourself, how much you actually give, how much your heart is truly able to contain. Crazy amounts. I truly feel like you love very deeply, profound love, that you are able to experience within yourself, but then also you have the gift of being able to give it to others and to have other experiences with how much love you have to give. And I think that's going to pay off for you tenfold. I do think you will find the partnership of your dreams if you haven't already. And I just see life opening up for you as you stand more in your queen energy, and you I'm hearing something about the boundaries of your heart are so important. And there's something that I think you're currently working on. Because in the past, I think you thought, if I just give and love the way that I also want to be given and loved, then people are going to see that and they're going to reciprocate. But you are finding that that's obviously not always the case. And you yourself have to be picky. It's just, it comes with the territory. Think of like a rose and how there's thorns on the rose because it's such a vulnerable, beautiful thing and it needs protection. Like that's what you need, is you need a little, it's not armor per se, but it is, it's like healthy precautions. It's protection. It's protection. And that is, so it's almost like the masculine container for your feminine. And you having access to both is so important, like the balance of both. That's what I'm seeing, is what you're working on and what is going to bring in the best people, situations, opportunities to you. What else does my friend need to know today? I have the Six of Pentacles. I have the Four of Cups. Yeah. So I see, like, I don't know why, but I keep getting this highlight of you that says, like, you've definitely been an overgiver in your life, giving to the point of, like, people pleasing, you know, because I think maybe that's something you learned growing up. But I see you giving a lot, but then also having the resentment when people don't give back to you. I mean, which is valid in a way, for sure. But I think they're showing you a new way to go about it, a new way that doesn't keep you vulnerable to other people's validation of you, or the what am I trying to say? When they give back to you. And yeah, so just acknowledge that within yourself. There's a little bit of a shadow coming out to be seen right now, which is like, yeah, just when it's not reciprocated. So I think when your love and your energy and your effort isn't reciprocated, the best thing that you can do for yourself is just accept it and don't put expectations on it, and just see the facts for how they are. So if you're giving a lot to, say, a friend, like it's a friendship and you feel like you're the one that's always overgiving, then maybe it's time for you to pull back a little bit and just accept things as they are. So maybe you don't hang out with that friend as much, and that's okay, because it just is what it is. There's something about dropping expectations that's really going to help you out. And as well, just like noticing how much you give versus, how much others give, and how your energy feels after like hanging out with people or doing certain things, like starting to really pay attention to those things, because ultimately, like, you are your own container. So you're figuring out how can I best like hold everything that I have, and how can I best, play with life in a way that doesn't drain me, in a way that is honoring to me. Those are the questions I think you are diving deeper into right now in this chapter. So let me ask if there's anything else from the tarot before we move on to some oracle messages. The Queen of Swords, the Fool, yeah. Oh, wow, and the Four of Wands. I just think, like, this message is stay in your own lane. Like, focused on you. Listen to only your inner world. Listen to only your intuition, what it's telling you. Your limitless self speaks to you. That is where you're going to find the best success. You can listen to other people's advice, or if they see something in you and want to share, that's great. But ultimately, at the end of the day, you are the one that is deciding, like, what works for you and what doesn't, and what actions are best to take in your life and which ones aren't. You are your greatest and highest authority. You have that umbilical cord with life, with the universe. That is what your intuition is. You get direct access. You're getting it's the source straight from the tap from the source. I think you're picking up what I'm putting down. But ultimately, you are a strong, powerful creator, and you are responsible for your life. And I think that's something you're claiming deeply at this time in this chapter. But that is the best advice, reminder for you to always just listen to your intuition and honor it above everything else. Your fear, your ego, other people's fear, other people's ego. It's your intuition, that inner voice, that inner knowing, your heart, your gut that are speaking to you about what is true for you. So you have full permission to listen and to honor it by taking action. Okay. So that concludes the tarot messages. Let's move on. I'm going to pull from the Animal Oracle first. What's the best message for my friend from this group? Okay, thank you. I have abundance. Nice. Number 9. Abundance. We have this beautiful whale. Let's look at this. Abundance. This is the bowhead whale. To survive, bowhead whale must be in a flow with the currents of the ocean, where its main source of food lives. When a team is migrating through the Arctic waters, the lead bowhead will often break through the ice to create a hole that the following whales will use to breathe. Bowhead whale comes to ask you to be in harmony with the flow. The flow is the path of least resistance. It is allowing that which is bigger than yourself to guide you. This card reveals that something greater is clearing the way for a time of relief. You are in alignment with the flow where abundance flows. This abundance is revealed to you as your true self. You are being asked to release your negative thinking and worry. Rest assured that whatever is currently bringing discord or angst will soon dissipate. Let go, holding on to worry and resisting the state of holding on to worry is resisting the state of flow. When we trust life and surrender, we work in flow. When we work in flow, we channel, which means to allow the universe to self-express through us. In these magical moments of inspiration, we allow the universe to actualize using us as a vehicle. This is bliss as we transcend the superego and are one with the ultimate oneness. This is where we realize our true self. This is the ultimate abundance. Bowhead whale's medicine suggests prayer as a gateway to channeling. Ask the universe what you can do for it and not what it can do for you. What comes next is better than what you could wish for. Ah, so good. And so in line with what you are currently going through, coming back to that infinite self, to that true self, and honoring it and being in flow with it. That was the last message of the tarot, and now it's continuing here. It is so magical and like the least amount of effort when you just allow the universe to flow through you. Something you can do as well, someone told me this once and I play with this sometimes, but you can put your energy, your consciousness, like just at the back of your head right here and be the observer. Just like watch yourself. Like that kind of shifts you from your super ego, they called it in this message, into being the observer. And I think it just like can take out the seriousness, take out like, just gives you a break from playing the role so intensely, and you can just witness like, oh yeah, this is the universe exploring Molly, and how it flows. It's not really me, but yes it is, and it's the universe is full of yes and no's. It's full of paradoxes. So when you can just accept that and flow with it, that's when life really gets fun. Like I put my intuition into the driver's seat of my life 3-4 years ago now, and I've never been happier. Like, my life truly is transformed from like listening to my intuition, honoring what I was hearing, and then taking action on it. And when I don't do that, then I get reminded why that wasn't a good idea, you know? Truly, it's the mechanism. It's how we're meant to drive our lives, through our higher self, through our intuition, honoring it with taking action. I feel like I'm being like repetitive here, but it cannot be overstated or understated. Like, truly, it's the magic. When you can flow with the magic, that's when life is really fun and feels very effortless. Okay, so let's move on. I'd like to pull a card from, this is the Mystic Mondays Astro deck. So we'll get an astro message here. Ooh, nice. We have Lilith. Oh, yes, Queen. Power, activism, and vengeance. Ooh, Lilith does not mess around. Lilith is like, Black Moon Lilith. The archetype of Lilith is the balance between the masculine and the feminine, and she is the symbol of like a truly sovereign individual. So, I mean, I guess I can say quickly about her. She is referenced as Adam's first wife. Before Eve, there was Lilith, and Adam and Lilith were meant to be together. But and by the way, they were both made from earth. So Eve is made from Adam's rib, which comes later, but Lilith and Adam, they were both made from earth. They were equals, and at one point Adam wanted to dominate Eve in a sexual way, and she did not want it, and she basically left the Garden of Eden because nobody could force her to do it, because she was sovereign. She said, no, that doesn't align with me. And so she left. And, you know, there's many different parts of the story, but I think that's the most highlighted part, to say she chose herself. She knew herself well enough to listen to that inner voice and to see when something wasn't right and to speak up about it, and then also not to then get conditioned or go along with the agenda that they wanted her to do. She said, no, that's not comfortable with me, and she left. So I think that speaks volumes to where you currently are as well. Like, you can look up where Black Moon Lilith is in your chart, and it can tell you that, if you know how to read charts or want to look into that, it can tell you some more information about where you specifically have Black Moon Lilith energy. But I definitely suggest researching her if you're not too familiar. So that's you coming back to your own sovereignty, coming back to that balance between your own masculine, feminine, and ultimately listening and honoring the voice within. Okay, let's move on to, this is the Rainbow Brain Skull deck. What's the best message from this deck? We have, being out of ideas is just another idea. With all these doors of opportunity. Let's see here. The universe is made of pure creativity, forever. There is nothing wrong with needing a break, but the thought of running out of creativity is the definition of absurd. You are made of pure creativity. Truly, that's all that exists. So if you ever feel stuck, it's definitely not the case. There's a million options, remember that. And I think one thing you could do if you feel stuck is have the humility to ask for direction from the universe. You can just say it in your mind, say it out loud, write it down. I don't think it really matters. I think it just means as long as your intentions are just clear. And then just be open to hearing what that is, or to receiving messages through the way the whole matrix works, and it will give you those messages. So that's just a little tip for you if you're ever feeling stuck or need to like shift your energy so that you get more of that creative spark. Remember, it's always there. You always have access to it, but sometimes you may need just to simply ask for some guidance. Okay. So, lastly here, I am going to pull from I Create My Reality deck. You got the card that is on the box. You got this card. Nice. Expand your life and your life expands. I have been given endless talents, which I begin to utilize today. You are anything you want to be, starting right now. You were born with a full set of talents, and what you want to be is what you are meant to be. Explore and experiment. As you take chances, you will learn how to use your talents wisely. Your endless talents bring endless opportunities. Expand your life, and your life expands. Ooh, nice, nice, nice. Yeah, all of this is also giving me like, you need to step into your artist energy. Like, you have some creative things to get off your chest, like to really manifest into the world. You need to do that. This isn't anything to negotiate. You need to really step into your creator energy, your magician energy, into your artist energy. That's really going to help you, I think, coming back to yourself, listening to your intuition, and then also just like letting life flow through you. You really need to spend some time just creating without outcome, and just letting yourself be creative, be that artist in whatever ways that looks for you. Maybe you want to try something new. Maybe there's a craft you forgot about or like did a while back and want to go back to. You decide what that is for you, but definitely you need to spend some time just creating some stuff. That's going to help you big time. Okay, that concludes this mystery reading. Thanks for being here. Come on back whenever you need more nourishment in your life. This is a whole library of timeless mystery readings. So I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.